Hey guys, today we're going to talk about a topic that I am really passionate about, hobbies that make money. If you're looking for an easy way to start making money online, don't look further than your own hobby. There are thousands of people who have turned their hobby into a profitable online business. It's pretty much a dream come true. And these type of people have become so influential in the business world that they even have their own name, hobbypreneurs. Selling crafts on Etsy, a global marketplace for unique and creative goods, is an easy way to start making money from your hobby. Etsy has almost 2 million active sellers and over 31 million active buyers, so it's a little bit bigger than your weekend craft market. Etsy's really popular for handcrafted products and artsy things like that, but it's also a top pick for profitability after giants Amazon and eBay. You might have heard success stories of people making their hobbies into their full-time jobs, making upwards of $50,000 a year on Etsy. Here's a quote from California mother Alicia Schaffer, founder of the Three Bird Nest store, which started on Etsy and made $70,000 a month. The first couple of weeks, the Etsy shop got a few orders, but at that time it was a hobby and a way to make a couple extra dollars. And there's no reason why you can't do the same with your hobby. So let's look at hobbies that make money online. The most common question people have in this area is, what hobbies make money online? And the answer is, your hobby. The truth is that with some creative thinking and business savvy, all hobbies have the potential to generate money. You might have learned to knit or crochet beautiful beanies while you're sitting in bed watching Netflix. Or perhaps you've always enjoyed woodwork and spend your weekends in the shed crafting unique furniture or kitchenware. Or maybe you live for exploring the great outdoors and make jewelry from the colorful stones that you collect from your adventures. I could go on, but I'm sure you get the idea. All of these business ideas were taken straight from Etsy. These people have already started making money from their hobbies. How lit is that? The thing is, having a hobby means having a skill or knowledge that can be monetized. It also means being part of a global community of people who have the same or a similar hobby as you. In other words, you have an audience to sell to. But when you're starting out, it can be hard to understand how you're going to turn your hobby into a business. So here are a few tips that take the first steps to starting your own Etsy store and possibly making up to $50,000 a year. How to monetize your hobby. Monetizing your hobby allows you to get paid for doing what you love. However, it's not as simple as just surfing every day and watching your bank account balance go up. Unless you're really that good, that would be incredible. If you're serious about being a hobbypreneur, you're going to have to screen your hobbies to narrow down potential business ideas. You might only have one hobby, but many people have several. Let's use a hypothetical example of Sally from San Diego. Sally enjoys paper handicrafts and is known for making fun, personalized birthday cards for her family and friends. She's also a massive sci-fi geek and loves Star Wars. And on Wednesday nights, she goes salsa dancing. These are Sally's hobbies. To audit her hobbies, she writes them down on a piece of paper and brainstorms potential ways she can make money from them. Now, this is an opportunity to write down everything that comes to mind, no matter how ridiculous your ideas might seem. Sometimes the most far-fetched ideas can lead to the most original and successful business ventures. From this list, Sally identifies potential products she could sell on Etsy, like birthday cards and bookmarks. She might even be able to combine her hobbies and make party cards and invitations with sci-fi quotes on them. That would reach a more specific niche on Etsy. What does your hobby audit look like? And it's possible that your hobby audit won't automatically generate a great list of business ideas. This part of the process is just getting your creative juices flowing and thinking about your hobbies in a new light. If you find yourself stuck for ideas, try using these prompts to take those steps towards making money from your hobby. Here are 5 ways to make money from your hobby on Etsy. Number 1, sell items you've created through your hobby. This is the most common way to monetize your hobby on Etsy. If you're a creative person who already makes arts and jewelry and clothing and beanies, you've already got a great start. However, just because you knit beanies in your bed doesn't mean you're ready to start selling them on Etsy. You need to have a clear idea what sets your product apart from the rest. Transforming your hobby into a viable business also means that you need to have a good quality product. They need to be ready to sell. You also need to make sure that you're comfortable manufacturing your goods at such a large scale, which can take some of the enjoyment out of the hobby. Number 2, sell items that you've acquired through your hobby. If you don't have a creative hobby, you could sell products that you acquire through your hobby. For instance, if you're a collector, you're going to know how to source specific items better than most. A hobby of yours might be going to yard sales and looking for awesome bargains, or browsing through thrift stores. Etsy is full of secondhand antiques, retro, and vintage goods that people are willing to pay top dollar for. If you do create goods, you also might acquire materials that could be sold on Etsy, such as yarn or fabric. Think outside the box on ways you can monetize your hobby, and you might be surprised with what you come up with. Number 3, sell skills you've developed through your hobby. If you've had a hobby for several years, you probably have a knowledge or skill that people are willing to pay for. And the great thing is that Etsy allows you to list digital products that can share those skills with the world. So you could write an ebook about your skills, such as how to do photography, or how to knit beanies while you're watching Netflix, or how to make videos. People even sell shop critique services for hundreds of dollars, helping other Etsy users make the most out of their own store. We have a whole search here of people teaching you how to have a good Etsy store. They're making money telling you how to make money. That's pretty cool. It just goes to show that any skill is worth something to somebody. It's just your job to find them. Number 4, sell trending items related to your hobby. A great way to come up with fresh ideas is to research Etsy itself. You can see what other people are doing, maybe other people in your own hobby, and get ideas, see what's selling. If you feel that you can hold your own in a large competitive market, you may benefit from following top trends. If you're a true hobbyist and follow online communities related to your hobby, you may be able to anticipate the latest trends. For instance, if you're a sketch artist and you know that there's going to be a new Marvel movie coming out in a few months, you might be able to start a series of products that coincides with that movie. It's all about being proactive and fluid while utilizing your skills and doing what you love. You can also use tools like Craft Count to see trending products in different categories and countries. So Craft Count is super simple. craftcount.com. Here we go. You'll find the overall highest rankings of the Etsy shops. Let's see. Bohemian Findings right now is number 1. So what you could do is go look at this shop and see what products they have and see if you can make a product similar or that would complement this area. Number 5, sell complementary items related to your hobby. Etsy is a crowded marketplace, and there are hundreds of thousands of people working to make money from their hobbies. You might find that there is too much competition in your market, but don't freak out. There's other ways to do it. Take a look at what's trending and see if you can come up with something similar or complementary to it. If your hobby is making men's jackets, but there's already a lot of competition in that area, consider making custom jackets for babies. You might find more success doing something like that. And let's be real, who's not feeling successful when they're outfitting babies? Think about ways you can create business opportunities by looking for gaps in trending markets and seeing how you can fill them. And a bonus tip for you, sell wholesale items related to your hobby. You can use a website like SaleHoo to source products related to your hobby, buy them at a wholesale price, and sell them on Etsy for a good profit. For example, let's say one of your hobbies is weightlifting. So you could use SaleHoo to find products related to that, add your own private label to them, and sell them on Etsy for a profit. You can use your unique knowledge of your hobby to source products that you know will be popular. You'll also be in a good position to market products from a niche that you're familiar with. Selling wholesale products on Etsy is a good option if you don't have time to make the goods yourself, especially if you're still working a full-time job. You could sell wholesale products on Etsy to make a profit on the side, and who knows, it could become your main business one day. But remember, you gotta make a business plan. If you want to become a future Etsy success story, you have to have a plan on how to make money from your hobby. This means breaking down the cost of making your Etsy products and seeing how much you can sell them for to make it worth your time. You need to calculate how many items you're going to have to sell to make $50,000 or whatever your goal is going to be, keeping in mind Etsy's transaction and listing fees. You should spend time looking at other sellers on Etsy and figuring out how you can differentiate your product. Can you sell yours for less? Can you add a feature that no one else has? Are there opportunities for upselling and cross-selling? If you're still working a full-time job, you're going to have to decide how much time you can spend on your Etsy venture. Once your ducks are in a row and you have some inventory ready to go, it's time to set up your shop and start selling. And hey, the most important thing to keep in mind when creating a business from your hobby is to have fun. Because if you're not having fun, it's no longer a hobby. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll personally answer them for you. If you like this video, remember to subscribe. Don't worry, it's free. And hey, we have a new ebook. You can download that in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in our next video.